When you left the house this morning, you had a sheet of ice on top of the car. Now, you don't have to admit to me as to whether or not you took it off. I will just assume that because you're listening to this broadcast, you are responsible enough to know to take it off. But how many people did you see that did not? All right. That did not take the ice. Now, again, we're not talking about snow. Even though, again, you are legally bound to take the snow off the roof of your car. But now, how many people did you see that still had these, like, large chunks of ice on top of their cars? 800-283-101.5. I'm guessing there must have been a significant number. 800-283-101.5. Let's talk to Jim in Pompton Lakes. And, Jim, you're on New Jersey 101.5. Hello, Jim.
Hey, Ray. Nice to speak with you again.
My pleasure, Jim. Thank you.
You bet. You bet. Hey, you know what? It's not that dramatic to get up on a truck and clean it off. The company I worked for, 29 years, I mean, they required it before it was a law.
Mm-hmm.
And ultimately, it's ultimately the driver's responsibility. It's on you. It's not on the company. So, you got to get up there. You got to do the right thing and take the snow off.
All right, now let me ask you this. Now, you say it's not all that dramatic. How dramatic is it not? Because we have heard tales from other truck drivers who have said it is exceedingly difficult and you're risking your life. I mean, what all is involved?
Here's the deal, because I've experienced the best and the worst. The company I work for, they've got it looks like a goalpost.
Uh-huh.
And you literally crank this thing down to the height of the truck.
Okay.
And then you drive under it.
Okay.
And it sweeps the snow off.
Okay, now let me ask you this. Where do you find them again? You find them at truck stops?
No. It's actually on our property.
Oh, it's on the property. Oh, okay. I got you. All right.
It's something that the company invested in
Mm-hmm.
to make cleaning the snow off a little less dangerous.
Oh, okay. So then there is no physical activity as far as the driver is concerned in having to get on top, because that was the impression that we were given.
Well, right, exactly. If you work for a rather larger company, they've probably made that investment in this type of equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Your feet never leave the ground.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Now on the flip side of that, I put a few hours in a week for a very small trucking company.
Okay.
And it's basically you have an extension ladder.
Right.
You set it up on the side of the truck.
Mm-hmm.
You take a very wide broom, and you push the snow off.
Which could be a pain in the ass, but I mean, it's something that has to be done, again, because it's going to mean liability as far as you're concerned, right?
Well, hey, look, Ray, the way I'm wired,
it
would be more of a pain in the ass if I knew that I was responsible for the guy behind me getting severely injured because something came off my truck.
Mm-hmm.
That's a real pain in the neck.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's exactly what I'm saying, Jim. And thanks for the call to New Jersey 101.5. You don't want to have that on your conscience. But obviously, there's the practical consideration, too. And that is, even if, let's say, that does not happen, but a piece of ice comes flying off the roof of your truck. And I'm just talking about truckers for the interim. Comes flying off your truck, do you necessarily want to have a cop behind you or a cop somewhere within the general vicinity that's going to give you a ticket? 800-283-101.5, because that's your livelihood. Your livelihood that's being affected. Lisa's in Piscataway. And Lisa, you're on New Jersey 101.5. Hello, Lisa.
Hello.
Hi, how you doing there, Lisa?
Hi, I'm doing good.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to comment about the snow and the ice on the top of vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very dangerous. And not only do I think it should be mandatory to remove it from the roof.
Well, it is,
but
yes.
It should be mandatory to remove it from the trunk, the spoiler, the bumper, and everything, because that stuff could come flying off of your car from anywhere.
Oh, sure.
I think that the law should be your car has to be completely removed of the snow. But see, the problem is too many people are lazy, and they just want to clean off the back, the front, the side, just so they could see. Then they get in the car, and then you drive off. And there's many times where I'm on the road, I'm either driving down 287, driving along Route 1, and I can't even count how many times I see snow and ice falling off of somebody's roof.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, stuff could cause it could cause accidents. It's
well,
very
no, it
dangerous.
does. Yeah, you heard what I said before about, one of the guys that I work
break
with.
Somebody's windshield behind you,
Right.
Or somebody who don't want to get their windshield behind you, they could swerve into another lane.
Oh, yeah.
And try and react quickly, and the next boom, that there could be an accident right there.
Lisa, do you know how many times? Thanks for the call in New Jersey 101.5. I've passed a truck, and I would see maybe the truck would be 5-10 car lengths ahead of me. And I would see these chunks of ice flying off the roof of the truck. And I would say, I got to pass this guy. But when I pass him, I only hope that one of those chunks of ice doesn't fall and break my windshield. So as I'm passing, and I'm trying to pass as fast as I can, I'm saying a Hail Mary. Please. 800-283-101.5. Here's Wayne and Brick. And Wayne, you're on New Jersey 101.5. Hello, Wayne.
Hi, Ray.
How you doing, Wayne?
I agree with you 95% of the time.
Oh, so this is the 5% that you don't, right?
Right.
Okay.
About an hour from now, I'm going to go pick up a trailer that's been sitting in a remote lot, not some big terminal somewhere, a remote lot. We've got space on a dirt lot, and the trailer's going to have snow on it, and the lot's going to have snow on it. I don't carry a ladder, and even if I did, I'm going to put a ladder on the ice and snow and climb 13 and a half feet up in the air and try to push ice down 53 feet of trailer. The trailers, the top of the trailer is just aluminum.
No. Listen. See,
through.
Wayne, that was the reason why I asked. I guess it was Jim called a little bit earlier, and said, well, it's really not all that dramatic a process, and anybody who tells you that it is full of it. And I said, well, no, that's not what I heard. So you're only bolstering what I heard previously. Well, the fact of the matter is this. Wait, hold it 1 second. You're still responsible, are you not?
I guess under the law.
What other excuse is there, though? What other excuse is there?
The excuse is that I'm going to fall down and break my neck. That's the excuse. I'm going to put a ladder where I don't. Where am I going to carry a ladder?
All right. Well, let me ask you this. Wait.
An icy trailer.
Where else can you remove the ice from the roof of the truck? In other words, you don't necessarily do it in the yard, but can't you do it somewhere else?
No.
You have absolutely no other options. Nothing.
No.
Zero.
No, I don't.
All right. So in other words, all right. So here's the deal. All right. So now, if one of those chunks of ice flies off the roof of your truck and hits a motorist that happens to be behind you and goes through their windshield and maybe causes them injury or possibly even death, you're going to shrug your shoulders and go, okay, what could I do?
No, but if I'm climbing up on a ladder on an icy ground on the side of an icy trailer and I fall down and break my neck, you're going to say, what are you going to say?
Well, listen, I understand what your quandary is, but I did ask the question a little bit earlier, and apparently you don't have an answer for me, which is there has to be a way. There has to be a way for you to be able to clean it off. There has to be a place where you could eventually clean it off. The side of the road. I don't know. I mean, really, you tell me.
A truck stop, like that other caller was saying, if you work for a large terminal, you have 40, 50 trucks there, and you have a sort of a goalpost thing where all the trucks drive through. That's one thing. But if you work for a smaller company, or you're picking up a trailer that's sitting in a remote lot that's been out there for a week,
understood,
to be picked up by somebody, and there's no ladders around, there's nothing. What are you going to?
All right. So now, what do you tell the cop? All right. Here's the deal. Let me just ask you this, and then I gotta let you go. What do you tell the cop when the cop stops you and says, I see ice flying off the roof of your truck? What do you tell him? Do you tell him, well, you got to understand, I don't have room for a ladder, and I really don't have any place where I could, put that ladder safely, because otherwise I'm going to wind up breaking my neck.
Right.
Is he going to let you go or what? What do you think? Have you ever had that before?
No, I have not, and I wouldn't have a reasonable explanation. I'd have to.
So here's what's going to happen. Wait, you're going to have to eat the ticket. You're going to have to eat the ticket. That's all. And you see, okay, now this is a quandary. This is a problem. What is a truck driver to do if, just like Wayne has said, and believe me, I've heard this before. This is not unusual. But now what do you do? Do you just take a chance and say, okay, well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drive the truck out of the lot. Doesn't matter whether or not it has ice on the roof. And I'm going to go my merry way. And if it happens to fall off, it falls off. And it happens to hit somebody, and it goes through their windshield and causes an accident or possibly even death. Too bad. 800-283-101.5. The maximum fine, according to Homeboy here, he said for commercial vehicles, $1,500. While for everyone else, it's only $75? That's amazing. 800-283-101.5. So have you been behind anyone where you've seen that they did not brush the ice off the roofs of their cars today? And do you think they should be heavily fined? 800-283-101.5, 1218 right now. Fast traffic is on.